Hello and welcome back to the channel. Before I dive into this vlog, I quickly want to mention that this has been sponsored by AMBITIONEM. They create very cool backpacks where you can mark on the countries of the world that you've been to. I've run through all of its features at the end of this video, around the 10-minute mark, so stick around if you're interested in that. Quick update travel-wise. As you can see, I'm here in my room in the UK. I finished my trip around the Middle East and now I'm just uploading the last few vlogs after Saudi Arabia from the two smaller countries that I visited. Bahrain is the first one, and my trip crossing the border there from Dammam to Manama, Bahrain's capital, is in this one, which is a little bit of a short video, but the more in-depth stuff from Bahrain is going to be the vlog after this one. And then another country which I haven't revealed yet, but if you want to find out, then you can check my Instagram, Jason Billum Travel, and you'll find my stories and posts from that country after Bahrain if you're interested. But if you don't want to know, then just wait for the YouTube vlogs to upload. So I'll get right into it and start this video from now. Hello and welcome back to Dammam. I am leaving Saudi Arabia today, and I'm just waiting for an Uber which is going to take me to the Saptco bus station where I'm going to cross the causeway to Bahrain. And I'm actually running a little bit behind schedule, so hopefully I'll be able to reach the Saptco office in time, grab my ticket, and all will be well. Got 20 minutes to do it before the bus leaves. That was absolutely crazy, but I've made it. 60 Riyal with just a couple minutes to spare. Put my bag underneath the bus there. That's around £12. And I believe it's about half an hour along the causeway to get there. There was only one guy working in the office selling tickets, and there was a long queue of about 5-6 people, and it was taking some time, but all worked out in the end, and even have a minute or two to spare. So I'm gonna board on the bus now. Saptco is the name of the company. So I'm now sitting in my seat here, and the bus is pretty empty. My gimbal didn't turn around so well there, but you could get a general idea. And if you're not renting a car in Saudi Arabia, if you're not driving around places yourself, then taking the Saptco buses are a great method of transportation affordably here. I've taken buses from Medina to Alula, from Alula back to Medina, from Medina back to Jeddah, from Riyadh to Dammam, and they've always been affordable, usually around 60 Riyal for a long journey. This one may be a bit more expensive because it's a border crossing, as it's 60 Riyal as well, but for example the one from Riyadh to Dammam here was again around 60 Riyal, so that was 4 or 5 hours. Saptco are the best company. You can see they have decent seats, AC, you know, it's not a rundown old bus that you might find in some developing countries, so overall pretty good. As I was in such a rush, I didn't have time to buy any water or have any breakfast, but thankfully it's not such a long journey, so I'll get that on the other side of the border. Stamp in my passport running out, gonna have to get a new one pretty soon, and we're now here So I've now arrived here in Manama, the capital of Bahrain. Don't know what that noise is. The journey was pretty smooth, I would say. Overall, customs didn't take too long, it was all quite smooth. I even got an e-visa for Bahrain online. I paid 5 Bahrain dinars for that, but then I didn't even need it. The guy just stamped my passport. So I don't really know what the rule is for British arrivals, but it seems like I didn't really need my e-visa, or maybe he saw me holding it and didn't even ask to see it. Who knows? You can see the flag there, red and white, with kind of a jagged center. So my friend is picking me up and I'll make my way to my hotel. I'm here for a few days. So this one is just going to be my first sort of impressions and feel of Bahrain, and then I'll do like a sightseeing tour video in the next coming vlogs after this one. So I've now arrived here in my hotel room in Bahrain. This is the LOUMAGE hotel. Greeted pretty nicely, welcome drinks, the GM came. It's a cool place, definitely. There's a spa and a swimming pool up on the 15th floor, I believe. So a bit later on I might do a little bit of relaxing. Take a look at the view from my room. Not too shabby at all. You can see the distant skyscrapers. Stepping out of my hotel onto the streets of Manama for the first time. Lots of skyscrapers around. More than I think I've seen in Saudi actually, although Riyadh does have a few. Nice and warm. Cool breeze though. Where in Bangladesh are you from?
Kumilla.
Ah, okay.
Kumilla.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Yep.
Dhonnabad. Subscriber from Bangladesh who said he's been following me for a few years, and he saw my videos in Saudi, and then suddenly he saw me here in Bahrain and he couldn't believe it. And he stopped his motorbike in the middle of the road just to come over and say hello. So nice. So I just had some food at an Asian restaurant here. Sushi, Japanese katsu curry and other stuff, but I just paid for my meal as I withdrew some Bahraini dinars a moment before I came here, and I paid in my Bahraini dinars, but my change, it has come mixed with Saudi money, which is kind of interesting. So I guess they accept Saudi currency here, which is useful because I've got a little bit left over. All a bit confusing if you're not used to it. Using two currencies interchangeably is not something I haven't seen before. I've experienced that in Cambodia, where they use the US dollar as well as the Cambodian currency. So from walking around, what can I say about Bahrain so far? Certainly it has all the hallmarks of a wealthy, rich, kind of oil Gulf nation. There are quite a few of them. Although I've never been to the UAE or Qatar, those countries. This is my first experience of one of the smaller Gulf states. Modern shopping centers, restaurants, different cuisines, a lot more relaxed than Saudi, and perhaps that's partly due to the expat population. 55% of Bahrain is made up of immigrants, the population. And that's countries like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, the Philippines, Thailand, people from the Middle East also, countries like Egypt. I guess that's why when you have such a large expat population, the country naturally is going to be more liberal and open up a lot more to cater to those non-Muslims perhaps, and also those from a different culture. So I'm now here in the lobby of the RITZ-CARLTON of Bahrain, which is arguably the best hotel in the country, and luckily enough I've got a very good friend here who is the number 2 guy at the hotel, and as such I've been spoiled with good Mexican food tonight, and I've got to see the very luxurious side of Bahrain's hotel industry, which is super interesting for me because I worked in a hotel in China for a year. It's nice to kind of reignite that memory a little bit from seeing such a place, and also seeing how Bahrain is associated with wealth. The kind of guests that you get here in this hotel is interesting people watching, to just sit here in the lobby. Hey, before I wrap up this video, I want to run you through a travel bag by the company AMBITIONEM, which has a very nice world map on the front of it. You can get it in 60 or 40 litres. This one is 60, so it's the bigger one. And what's so special about this bag? What's its most impressive feature? Well, it is this. You can iron on the countries of the world that you've been to the front of it. Whether you want to iron on individual countries or just the world map, it is up to you. The 40-litre version of the bag comes with a silver film, and the 60-litre version, which is this one, a gold film. And for both of them, you can also have the flag option, which is also available. Let me run through a few of its features, as it's not just for marking where you've been, but also it's very practical and has a lot of good features. So firstly, the bag has a frontal opening feature, which allows you kind of a window to get to all your stuff in the middle of your bag here, which is super handy, as many large backpacks don't have this option. You usually have to just enter them from the top down, but here you can get straight into the bottom of the bag, which makes things useful. Also, the detachable header means you can store sleeping bags, mats, any other things that you might need that require extra space can fit just under the top here too. There are in-outside pockets on either side of the bag to give you extra storage space if needed. There are also zips with holes in them, so you can add a padlock and secure your things and help with personal security. And additionally, there's a special storage slot for your laptops to help prevent damage from shocks while traveling. The waist belt allows you to fasten the backpack, distribute weight, and store your frequently used belongings in the pockets. The material on the backpack helps to quickly dry sweat, which reduces fatigue with a cushion designed for breathability. The bag is also water resistant and comes with an additional rain cover. So I think the concept of AMBITIONEM's bag is quite a cool one. I have a scratch map back home, but the ability to do it on the go while you're traveling and have it with you is quite a nice idea. And I think the colors, the silver and the gold, are not too overwhelming. And if you do want something bright, then you can go with the flag option as well. So if you have any friends or family, or perhaps want to pick up one yourself, then the link of this bag will be in the video description. Just go to AMBITIONEM's website, you can find out more details about it. So if you made it this far in the video, then thank you for sticking around. I do like to promote the occasional bag or travel product every now and then, as I think they're very useful and relatable to my content. If you like this sort of thing, then let me know in the comments below and I'll continue to do them in the future. It does help me to continue doing what I'm doing, as AMBITIONEM helped to sponsor this video, alongside the fact I earn money from AdSense. It all adds up and helps me to continue traveling and continue making videos. So thank you very much for watching. See you on the next video in Bahrain, the Manama tour. Until then, peace.